Hey, fellow problem solvers, Colfax Math here. Today I have a 5-problem test to cover 5 key concepts for the math knowledge portion of the ASVAB military exam. You need to know all 5 of these concepts to score above a 50. What I'd highly recommend you do is have paper and pencil out. Pause the video right now, go get that paper and pencil. Pause the video, do the problem. Unpause the video and watch how I do it. If you need more help on this, if you're not getting 5 out of 5 on this, I got a lot of videos on my channel, Colfax Math. And in addition to those videos, I have playlists and books to support you. So let's go ahead and give this 5 key concepts to score above 50 on the math knowledge portion of the ASVAB. Give this one a try. First concept is Algebra 1. What I am saying is 3x plus 7 is equal to 22. It is saying, what is the value of x? I have to isolate my variable x. First order of operations is I subtract 7 from both sides to get 3x by itself. 22 minus 7 is 15. Next operation I need to do, get rid of that 3. It is being multiplied. The reverse is division. So I divide both sides by 3, getting x by itself. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Double check I am answering the question. What is the value of x? X is equal to 5. Correct answer, answer B right there. 1 for 1, I'm hoping. Moving on to number 2. Number 2 is checking, do you know your exponent rules? This is math knowledge, so you need to know these rules. This is checking the product rule. X to the third times x to the fourth. I have the same bases. X is my base. The rule is I add my exponents to give me x to the 7th. Correct answer, answer A right there. Moving right along, pause that video, give number 3 a try. Unpause the video, watch how I solve it. What is the area of a circle with a radius of 4 units? Use pi is equal or approximately equal to 3.14. Let's draw that out into a picture. Circle with a center, radius of 4. I am asking for the area. Don't get misled and find the circumference. Area of a circle is equal to pi times r squared. Important to remember order of operations. I take that r, plug it in there. Area is equal to pi times r squared. Order of operations says I square before I multiply. So my area is equal to 16 pi. Now it's telling me use this number, plug this in for pi. Before I do that, I'm going to just look at my answers. I'm just going to approximate that at 3. 3 times 16 is 48. It's got to be a little more than 48. Only answer that works, that's even close, a little bit above 48. Answer C right there. A lot of strategies here. A lot of these strategies I go over in my other videos, but I really mark up my question, circling, identifying key terms. I try and draw a picture of that sentence, see what it looks like. I solve, set up an equation, solve that equation. I look towards my answers to see if I have to do that long multiplication or if I could just figure it out from my given answers. All right, let's move on to number 4, operations with square roots. I have the square root of 64 plus the square root of 36. Pause that video, give it a try. Remember, it's a no calculator exam, about a minute per problem, so there's always a trick. This is saying what times itself is 64. 8 times 8 is 64, plus what times itself is 36. 6 times 6 is 36. 8 and 6. Correct answer, answer B right there. 4 for 4 so far. Last problem right here. Before you do this problem, make sure you hit a like right there. Subscribe to the channel for more information. Our 5th concept is factoring quadratics. Quadratic is when I have an x squared, an x, and a singular term. Factoring it is bringing it into these multiples that multiply together give you that. So if I did this times this, it would give me that quadratic, and I'm doing the opposite of that. So I'm factoring this into quantities. And if I didn't know that, I could just look at my answers and see they all have to be quantities. These first things have to be x's because only factors of x squared are an x and an x. Then I'm looking at the factors of 6. Multiplied together give me a 6. Added together give me a 5. A 6 and a 1 and a 6, a 3 and a 2 and a 3. Those are all the factors of 6. I could see all of them with the right addition and subtraction signs could give me a 5. So now I'm looking at this sign here. If this is a positive 6, they either both have to be negative or both be positive. This is positive 5, so they're both going to have to be positive. 6 and a 1, there's no way I could add them together and get a 5. So it's got to be a 3 and a 2. They're both positive. The reverse of factoring, the way I check this problem, is what I call FOIL, first, outer, inner, last. The way you do that is you take the first terms, multiply them together, get x squared. First, outer, 2 times x. Inner, 3 times x. Last, 3 times 2, 6. Combine my similar terms, giving me x squared plus 5x plus 6. So I could see this and this are the same. Therefore, I have factored it correctly. Multiplication is commutative, so there is no difference between x plus 2 times x plus 3 and x plus 3 times x plus 2. Correct answer B, 5 for 5. Keep studying, keep working at it. The more you study, the better you're going to do. So put that time in now and really work at it. Thank you for watching. Any questions, put them in the comments.